Greetings. My name is Jamie Sparks. I'm currently serving as the Executive Director for the Kentucky Association of Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance. This particular message and newsletter is going out to everyone in the state of Kentucky that is certified to teach health education and or physical education and has done so in the past year. So this is a targeted message, mainly because we just want to send a couple of updates, but more importantly, some thank yous. So while 2018 thus far has been a year in Kentucky that has had tremendous challenges, we also are facing a tremendous amount of opportunity. So we'll discuss both of those and talk about some things that your state association, KAHPERD, is doing to address what we believe are your needs, and those needs that you have also correlate to our needs. So one of the things we know about our field, getting feedback and working in the field on a regular basis, is the two biggest needs that our members have, or even people that are in this profession that may not be a member for one reason or another: professional development and fundraising. So we know frequently for professional development, teachers are having to pay out of pocket. Your school may or may not have enough money in the past, and even more challenges with the professional development fund being cut this year. And then also having to pay for your own membership, how to pay out of pocket for your own equipment, having a very limited budget for your equipment at the school level. So those are things that not only impact you as a teacher in this profession, but also impacts us as an association. Traditionally, our two biggest revenue sources, or our two primary revenue sources, have always been annual convention and then the agreement that we previously had with the American Heart Association through the implementation of the Jump Rope and Hoops for Heart programs. And so we are in a time of transition. And so this board has invested some things that we want to do to address what we want to do moving forward. President Candace Young, her theme for this year's convention is Treasure Our Past, Shape Our Future. And that vision has been more than just a convention theme. It really has been our guiding force this past year into the decisions that we've made, the programs that we're launching, and ultimately some of the things that we want to share with you as highlights to make sure that you're fully aware of what we're trying to do, but more importantly, why we're trying to do those things. So as we look at professional development and fundraising, we want to share those things, and we'll jump over to the website in just a second to do those things for you. But first of all, I want you to understand some of the driving force. So historically, we've had this partnership with the American Heart Association. It's been a great partnership in that it has been at the local level. We've always been an association, one of the few associations that if you hosted an event, even if you didn't raise money, if you just simply signed up to host an event, we would give you free membership to the association. So we've had a lot of members over the years that have done that. And that's the reason, as we're transitioning into this new fundraising role that we're going to tell you about, we also want to take just a second and say thank you with free membership for anyone this year. If you sign up now on the website, and we'll show that to you in just a few minutes, how to sign up, free membership starting November 1, going through the convention all the way up to October 31st of next year. We just want to bring you back into the fold. So whether you've hosted an event or not, we want to get you excited about some of the things that we're doing and why we're doing those things again. Next, I will say the American Heart Association has been a great partner, will continue to be a great partner for us. If you look in Kentucky on the state level, the work that they've done through their government relations folks, 2 years ago, I think we had a CPR bill that was passed requiring CPR, hands-on CPR to be taught in all high schools. That was a driving force and one of the agenda items of the American Heart Association, so we were happy to help promote and see that passed. A number of years ago, we had Senate Bill 172 that now requires all schools to do annual reports on nutrition, physical activity, and then also requires or allows schools to count up to 30 minutes of their instructional day. So again, they've done great work and will continue to do. But what we determined as we move forward, and as well as Shape America and all the state affiliates, is the states were ready to do something different, to diversify that revenue, to diversify the things we were doing. And so for us as a board, our driving decision making was, if you're going to be the one doing all the work, for raising programs for your fund, you ought to see the biggest percent of those. There's no reason that we have teachers that are raising money and having to pay out of pocket to go to convention, to buy their own equipment, or for their own kids in their own school to have needs within their PE program that aren't being met. So when I show you the fundraising page and how to do that and some of the events we can do with that, remember that our number one promise is always that your school is going to get back at least 75% of all funds back to your program. And we think that's really going to help shape our future, literally, with the health of our programs, with the professional development, and with the funding that's available for you at the local level. So we'll flip over to the website and show you that, and we'll also show you some highlights of the convention that we have coming up November 11th through 13th. So November, this fall, is a very busy time. So that's the reason I want to send this personal message out to each and every one of you to take a few minutes to listen, to check out the things that we're doing online and via social media. All right, so there you have a view of the webpage, and again, this is some work that we've done over the last couple of years of revamping this webpage, modernizing the webpage, and getting it in the condition that it currently is. So a number of things that I'm going to focus in on the website for today, but there you'll see the thing I just mentioned, the 173 Strong Adventure Race. That's going to be what we decided to do with this fall was a single event. Statewide event, and this happens to occur the Saturday before the election. We know what a critical message has been sent out this year around the notion of remembering November and how critically important it is for everybody to exercise the democratic rights and to vote in November, especially the impact that we've seen on schools, the conversations we've seen around our pensions, but also, we're just a small piece of that and the bigger problems going on in this state. So the 173 Strong Adventure Race, you can click to get information there, or also at the top here, you can also see there's a fundraising page that will take you into here. So again, you can click on the link. It'll take you further into the sign up and registration. But you'll notice right there, there's no sign up fee. There's 100% risk free. And in fact, if you register by October 1 at 6 p.m. on October 1, we're going to do a drawing. Any person in the state that has registered as an individual or registered your school, you can do it as an individual or as a team. It's up to you, depending on how you want to do that. But if you register by October 1, 6 p.m. on October 1, we're going to draw for a free registration. So you don't even have to raise a dime, and you get a chance at free registration to the fall convention. And again, I'm going to show you some highlights about the fall convention. And so we're going to continue to do some incentives around that just to get people to check this out, look at it, and tell us what you think. We recently, if you looked at it when we first launched it, we've actually simplified it a little bit more. So check that out. If you have questions, our contact information is on there. But it is a great way to get in there and look at that. 75% of every dollar will come back to your school. So we've built in some things as far as the registration price for the actual event, but we also have lowered those amounts to make sure that your convention or summer conference is getting paid. That's your PD needs. And then the money that gets to come back to your school as a result. We use this money to help fund the association, the advocacy efforts that we will continue to do on your behalf in both Frankfort and DC, as well as offering other professional development opportunities across the state. And that's a model that we're going to continue to look at. We realize a lot of people necessarily can't come to Lexington, can't get away. So we're increasingly providing more workshops, more summer workshops, and that's a model with our funding that we definitely want to get out and go east, west, north, and south and get connected to helping meet your needs as an educator in this field. So check out the fundraising site, give us some feedback, and we'd love to see you November 3rd in Frankfort, and it's going to be a great event. The other key thing about this event is this is a single event we're doing this fall, but at our convention, we're going to be doing some sessions on this and teach you how you can use this platform in your own school, in your own community, and take it back. And so you can host a 5K event. You can host an adventure race. If you want to host a school-based fitness platform with hula hoops or jump ropes or tiddlywinks or whatever you want to use, there's a way that you can use your innovation and creativity and use this online fundraising platform for your benefit as well. So the fall event is meant to be a single event, but it's also meant to be that first stepping stone into a bigger fundraising platform for all of our members to use. So we're really excited about the potential with that. The other part I mentioned was the fall convention. So under events, fall convention, and again, there's the theme that I mentioned: treasure our past, shape our future. That was chosen by President Candace Young this year. And again, that tagline there, shape our future. There's been a year of transition. We're really excited about the opportunities and the transition we're going through to build this platform in a bigger and broader way. The other part of that's really important to understand the critical significance of this is the treasure our past. We've done a lot of things in our past, but we've also been the last 20 years of No Child Left Behind. This year right now, for the first time ever, health and physical education are a part of a well-rounded education, which means in your school district, for the first time ever, you can use federal funds in your school district for health and PE purposes. Now, that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed it's going to happen, because schools have a lot of needs. There's a lot of processes of how they're going to allocate money, but that's a significant step forward. We're going to continue to work to represent, to build awareness on how schools can do that, what school districts are doing that and contributing money. But also as this new accountability model rolls out, we're one of 7 states that specifically has a PE measure in the state accountability plan. So there are a lot of things, a lot of momentum that's building as a result of the work that this association has done, that's been recognized at the state and the national levels. But we want to continue to build that, to foster that, to learn from each other about how we're navigating this new accountability and continuing to shape our future. So as far as the convention goes, here's the registration link. And again, you can log in through that. Now, we do have a new registration process. I'm going to show you that, and then we'll come back to the convention part. I did mention that we realized there was a lot of transition this year. There's a lot of opportunity, and one of the things the board wanted to do was to simply say thank you. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for serving your students. Thank you for being a role model for them as far as health and wellness. And while our challenges are out there, we wanted to say thank you with free membership. So if you click the join button right here, that'll take you to the membership page, and it'll take you over to the members only portal. So if you've never logged in before or new to this, some of you already started and have been a part of our communications. Some of you are the first time you're hearing this. So if you have an existing, there's your existing, you can log in with your email. If you're a new user, simply click your email and click register. And that's going to be free membership for a year. And so that's simply a way for us to say thank you. Traditionally, our membership has been $35 a year. But where we were this year, we wanted to give to this profession, and we wanted to welcome people back in and show them some of the stuff that we're doing and to celebrate some of the successes we've had. So free membership is just a small token of our appreciation. Come November, we will be launching or announcing a number of new member benefits. So can't let the word out yet on what those are, but trust me, there are some pretty significant things that we're working on that have been under development and things that are going to really drive up why membership's important. If you're a member just because you had to be to come to convention, we've probably done it wrong. And so that's really what we've been trying to focus on is if you're a member of this organization, what do you get as a result? So we have some exciting announcements that'll be discount benefits. There'll be some liability things that they're going to be protections for you as a member. So again, just raising that bar for why a membership is important and being a professional is important. So we click back here and go back and show you again the convention page under events, convention. Oh, sorry, let me go into the actual agenda part. All right, and so there you see the logo, the registration button. There's another registration link at the top. But a couple of things. One, first of all, let me say our 2 keynotes this year. By bar none, 2 of the most premier folks in the country will be our 2 keynotes this year in the fields of physical education and health education, respectively. Mr. Brian DeVore is going to be the physical education person. He's going to be doing a PE workshop on Sunday from 1 to 4. That's where you also will get a copy of the new state standards. They're not going to be completely finalized, but will be in their final process. So his workshop is going to be aligned to the state and national standards. They're going to be rolling out. So we know the new PE standards are a big buzz around the state. And so Brian's workshop that he's going to be doing from 1 to 4 will focus on that alignment through the online physical education network. Brian is just a national renowned expert. He was just recently awarded the Open National Trainer of the Year. So they have some dynamite folks, and Brian was chosen as the cream of the crop for that group. He's also currently serving as the Shape America Southern District President. So again, just a guy that's done a lot for this field, continuing to be very impactful, and we're really excited to have him to Kentucky. If you can't make it up on Sunday, you'll be glad to know his Keynotes on Monday, and he'll also be doing a breakout session on Monday and one on Tuesday. So lots of opportunities to get to see Brian and just learn a wealth of information from him. Our Tuesday keynote is going to be Miss Jessica Lawrence. Jessica is the Director of Care and Guidance. In her keynote, she'll actually be doing this at Texas KAHPERD. She'll actually have done this for a number of other state associations as well as national organizations. She keynoted the Southern District Shape America Conference a number of years ago. Her keynote is called Do Something Extraordinary. She rode her bicycle across the country and a few years ago and raised over $25,000 for the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. She takes that message and that experience and shares personal stories about how she was a role model, about how you can be a role model, and you set your goals for whatever it is. Your goal may not be riding across the country. We're also excited to say that we're going to partner with Jess on this message around our new fundraising platform and talk about the opportunities for the fundraising platform for us in Kentucky around us taking that challenge of doing something extraordinary. So you definitely don't want to miss the keynotes by Brian and Jess. And just like Brian is doing the PE workshop with the new state standards on Monday from 3 to 6, Jess is going to be doing a health education workshop with the new health education standards. So again, we know that there's a big buzz around these new standards, and so we have 2 national experts that are going to be tying those into their message, and you'll be getting copies of the state standards at the workshop and having access to those, but also learning new ways to think about physical literacy and health literacy through your program and what you're doing. Jess will also be doing a breakout session for us as well, so if you don't get a chance to go to one of those. I mentioned the workshops. The reason we have the workshop on Sunday and then the one on Monday, those are outside the instructional day. So that's 6 hours of workshop available at this conference that you can count as professional development time. A lot of districts have a policy that says if you're teaching or on an instructional day, you can't do PD. However, if it's outside the instructional day, that PD time counts. So that's the reason we offer those workshops on Sunday and Monday afternoon, so that you, if you need PD time, can actually use that as up to 6 hours if you do both workshops for PD. Down the agenda here, you'll see that we have a number of other folks involved as featured presenters, Miss Angela Stark and Miss Kaylee McKinley. Angela is the Southern District PE Teacher of the Year for middle school, and Kaylee is the Midwest High School PE Teacher of the Year. Both of them are phenomenal presenters. They are well-deserving of the recognition. They were both in the running for National Teacher of the Year. So we're extremely excited to welcome both of them to our fall convention. And not only are they coming and presenting and showing their expertise, but they're both members of our board as well. So we're very fortunate to have them involved in a lot of these things that we're talking about now and why they're happening. So having teachers making decisions about teachers is really helping us to continue to do things well. And then just a couple of other highlights. Here's the convention agenda. It's in draft form, but you can see that. We'll have the app coming out very soon. Some other things. Dr. Aaron Beatley is going to be sharing the new Dynamic Physical Education ASAP. So that's a free resource in partnership with Gopher and Dynamic Physical Education. So you definitely want to check out that. Catch is coming with the Catch My Breath. So you hear a lot in the news about e-cigarettes and vaping and the rise with teenagers. So they got a great program and a great partnership that they're doing some stuff with resources around. Fuel Up to Play 60, Go Through 65, the U.S. Tennis Association. We've already mentioned the Open. That's just a small segment of all the things we have going on at convention. We want to see you there. So whether you win the drawing by signing up, whether you do the fundraiser and earn your right to go, or whether your schools or you're still fortunate enough that your school is able to pay to send you, We look forward to seeing you in convention, and we're really excited about this fall's lineup of both state and national experts. So thank you for taking a few minutes to listen with us. Again, on the website at the bottom, you'll find my email address and my cell number. So if you have any questions along the process about convention or about free membership or the 173 Adventure Race, please don't hesitate. Reach out. Let us know. We're very excited about what the future holds and look forward to seeing you at one or hopefully both of our events in November. Thank you very much.